Mixology. Today we'll be talking about a few drinks that offer spooky special effects. And if you are interested in any of the drinks that we make today, you can find them on our blog post along with a few non-alcoholic alternatives.
So let's talk about luminescence. Luminescence is light that is emitted by a substance not resulting from heat, which is why sometimes it's known as cold light.
Some substances contain materials in them called phosphors, which radiate after being exposed to sunlight, just like the glow-in-the-dark stars that you may have had as a kid growing up. Some living organisms also glow. Scorpions have special proteins in their exoskeleton that allow them to glow under UV light. For our cocktails today, we're going to be talking about fluorescence. Did you know that there are things that you can add to your drink to make them glow? Michelle, will you tell us about tonic water?
I sure will, and I will get out of your way so you can get to work.
For our first glowing drink, we're just going to do a very simple vodka tonic.
A common mixer that glows is tonic water. Tonic water contains quinine, and it gets excited when it absorbs UV light, and it glows this nice, soft, bluish white color.
So we'll start off with about 1.5 ounces of vodka, and then just top it with tonic.
So Krista's made a simple vodka tonic, and you can also add a splash of juice or soda if you don't like the taste of tonic water.
For our next drink, we're doing a B2 drink.
Vitamin B2 is another one that glows, but it glows a little differently than tonic water. When UV light hits the riboflavin molecules, they become excited and will emit a bright yellow light. Krista's using vitamin B2 in the form of a riboflavin liquid extract.
And so I'll be adding 1.5 ounces of vodka, and then I'm just going to top it off with some Sprite. This is just a simple syrup that I made mixed with food coloring, and you can see it changes the color a little bit. If you don't have any B2, there are some energy drinks that actually have B2 in them as well. So this is just an energy drink, and you can tell it is a very vibrant yellow color. Our next drink is called SubZero Poison Apple Tini, and for that we'll be using vodka, we'll be using apple pucker, sour mix, and simple syrup. You'll need 1.5 ounces of vodka, 0.5 ounces of apple pucker, mixed with a little bit of green neon food coloring, 1 ounce of simple syrup, and a splash of sour mix. One dropper of liquid vitamin B2 riboflavin. Use tongs and place a cube of dry ice in the glass.
So when it comes in contact with room temperature air or even a somewhat cold drink, those CO2 molecules speed up so quickly that they go straight from a solid to gas. This process is called sublimation. Now, please note, if you do try this at home, they look amazing, but make sure that your dry ice has completely dissolved before you enjoy your beverage.
All right, and for our grand finale, we're gonna need this. And I'm gonna need a little bit of help.
I'm here. What are we making?
All right, we are making an adult milkshake today.
With liquid nitrogen?
Yes. So I'm going to have you pour in our ingredients. I'm going to pour in the nitrogen, and I'm going to have you mix. Does that sound good?
Perfect, let's do it.
I've already measured everything out. So we have a 1/2 gallon of milk. We have about 1.5 cups of simple syrup, and we have about 1 cup of vodka. And a little bit of liquid nitrogen.
Liquid nitrogen is the same as the nitrogen that's in the air, except in the air, it's in the form of a gas. So nitrogen has a boiling point of -321 degrees Fahrenheit. So that means it's not found naturally anywhere on Earth. The nitrogen that we have that's in the liquid form is from a lab. However, if you're near Saturn's moon Titan, you're likely to find an abundance of liquid nitrogen there.
You may have noticed that we did not put any B2 or tonic water in our milkshake. So why does it glow? Well, milk actually has autofluorescent proteins in them, just like our scorpion and just like our teeth.
And now, we sip for science.
If you enjoyed what you saw here today, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on
Master Mixology! This decanter and this jigger are available in Shop Science.